What a day, what a day, what a day. For anyone who joins in on the stream, welcome. Jordan here. I am still getting my life together. I will be working on. I'll be working on just a few small projects here and there, and let's see how the lighting goes. Ooh, yeah, we're just not going to do the lighting today. All right, so just be my voice and the screen, and I'm actually looking up music to play right now. Okay, that's not important. And so I'll be working on a few projects. There's a client that I actually have to deliver work to later tonight or later tomorrow. So I'll be getting that ready, and then I want to do some work with the Mixed Liberty series. It's a graphic design series that I did. It's a graphic design series that I did in lieu of an exhibition that I'm producing in 2024 called Home, The American Identity, and I wanted to expand on that. And so, I mean, I'll talk on that a little bit later in my life, a little bit later in life, but I figured I'd rather just show you some of the working progress. So we're going to work on the client stuff first, and at this point, just a stream of consciousness. Anybody who wants to reach out to me via the chat, I'll check the chat periodically. I'll check the chat periodically just to see if anyone's, if anyone came in to say hi. But beyond that, I'm just gonna do like a focus sprint. Still working on some technical difficulties. Like, for example, the music, trying to get it to play from the speaker of the laptop does not seem to be an option, but I mean, for my PC it works fine. So still wrapping my head around that. I may do another kind of setup later. In the meantime, let's see if I can just find some good lo-fi. Chill Cow's usually a good one. I thought they had something live. Let's see. And to my knowledge, these are not copywritten, so hopefully that will be a thing. Oh, and every time I do a stream, I always want to do a shout out. Kristen Nguyen is a Portland-based singer that I really like her stuff, and so you'll see more posts from my professional channel with my actual government name. You'll see more posts throughout this month featuring her and another artist as well, and I'll be creating more content later. You tell yourself if you could turn back. Now I'm so cynical. Eyes past brown eyes, daunting to scroll up. Can't turn back the clock. I wasn't so hardened by the world. Why did I wanna be older? Now our youth is over. So I did a bunch of like abstract promo vids just featuring her work a couple weeks ago, and but yeah, I'll probably share more stuff about her later and a few others. All right, here we go. This is what I want.
What if you could control the web with your mind? What if telekinesis was real?
Can I skip it? Can I skip it? Yes! Okay, I can skip it. I promise, I'll get more sophisticated in life with the tech, but please bear with me. Hope you enjoy the music, and let's jam. I swear, I feel like most of my time, whenever I do like design work, is focused on just organizing all the damn things. So, trying to get all the files organized and figuring out why the cloud is angry at me whenever I move a huge quantity of content over. So, bear with me. Oh, and for whatever warning it is, I tend to have a dirty mouth, so a few bad words will probably slip. Bear with me. Let's see. Okay, personal projects, social design, mixed liberty. Let's find out why this thing does not like. Well, it has something to do with that spacing. Oh, yeah, okay. I'll leave that alone. Blue Wednesday. That could be neat. I think there's an unedited version of that. This is that one. Let's see if I can do this instead. Also doesn't look any better. goes there. Rotate you here. I'm going to rotate that. I'm going to reduce them a little bit. Stretch them across. And we're just going to pray for the best. This looks a lot better. Though I feel like this could... It's weird, I almost never know where to go with this. I think this is fine just where it is. Cool. And to lower. Cool. I think that's doable. While that's doing that, let's see if there's anything in the comments. Okay, wonderful. So, this client, well, a little bit of backstory. So first off, the type of work that I do and the type of clients I look for, I'm always interested in businesses and organizations that are doing some sort of social good. And so, because for me, it never really it doesn't mean anything that you make money. I mean, as a business, that's kind of what we have to do anyway. So I'm always more interested in what do businesses do for the public? What do businesses do for the community other than generate dollars? And so whenever I find a business that does, again, a social good or something that helps the community, things that typically nonprofits are doing, these businesses tend to get my attention, and this is one of them. So a friend of one of my brothers started this really cool organization. Actually, this is a nonprofit, but it's JTA for the Jala Training Academy, and essentially they help specifically young adults achieve their personal goals and success through academic assistance, mentoring, and personal training. I had the good fortune of being able to work with this amazing person and his team on talking about the branding, or talking about the organization and what it's planning to do, and the visual content that we're creating to do that. So really, we went ahead, designed this website, did the logo for it, did a sort of, not really a style guide, but a style sheet, so just kind of a quick cheat sheet for everything. And if you're not too familiar, like, with branding, your branding, it's more than your logo. A branding is someone's gut feeling or instinct about you as a business or as an entity of some sort. This can go from the visuals that you have, this can go from the customer service you have, the PR you have, and so on. Ideally, you would want to have a consistent visual, like, we call it an identity system. Matter of fact, let's see if I can pull one up real quick. I've talked about it before on previous stuff, but I mean, this kind of stuff has always been on my mind. Let's see. So, as a low-hanging fruit, real quick, this is an identity system I did for another company that is helping people through cloud technology, and also like helping people with upward mobility and getting skills training for where there's opportunities. And so we did a whole visual identity system where they already had their logo, so it was just taking that logo and seeing its uses and what versions and iterations it has, What brand attributes or characteristics are we portraying through our forward-facing brand? All of the content that we put out there, from the typeface and the color combinations. And then from there, we just started creating an identity system of what it all looked like. We made actual collateral for this. Like, this is some of the stuff that they used for a couple of business expos and business fairs. Did a whole stationery for the whole team. And we even did layouts for some of their websites and posters for their upcoming events that were supposed to help cultivate the local talent in tech. So yeah, just starting with like different startups and making sure that their voice is articulated and elevated in whatever way that I can through graphic design, video, and photography. And that's kind of the point of JTR Presents, using art and design to help people in communities, and just seeing, where else can creativity help in society. Okay, so this is where I need to export it. Okay. I'm just curious. Oh, that's neat. Good. I'm still getting the hang of everything. Like I said, I'm still interested in doing jam sessions like this and just kind of getting the hang of streaming. I've always wanted to do this. It's just having to find like what is there to talk about, what is there to do. Eventually, at this point, I just don't care anymore. I just want to stream. But I still want to do something fun. I want to make sure it's something enjoyable. I don't like the streaming, but I'm really just here for the chats. And I guess I reckon the more I do this, the better it'll get. Ooh. What track is this? Tender Spring Blurred Figures. Don't worry. That's so sweet. So, like, when this jump... when this genre first came out as like lo-fi, yeah, when lo-fi first became like a thing, it was so like the titles were so depressing. I was wondering like what's wrong with everybody. But then there's a few sweet ones like this. This just made my day. Speaking of, my day was pretty good. I actually tried DoorDash for the first time, so that was a thing. I figured it would just be something fun to do to pay the bills for a bit until the stimulus check comes in and until I get hired for something or, you know, be given a gig. I swear, if it's not one thing, it's another. Come on. There we go. I think it's past that 30-day route where it's like after every 30 days, it doesn't, like I have to log back in again. It's annoying, but I mean, it keeps my stuff safe, so I can't complain. Alright, so this business card is done. Let's see what I wonder. Oh crap. I'm thinking about the best way, like the best package to give to them in this regard. You know what? It might be better if I. So this has been on my mind lately with Final Assets. With Final Assets, what I typically do for clients is that, like with their stationery and stuff like that, I'll send them like the PDFs and JPEGs of it. But if they like, let's say the client needs to update something, maybe he changes the phone number or his email. How is he going to do that without having to come to me? And so that's been on my mind lately about, like, you know, aside from the Adobe stuff, you know, what ways can I set up these assets that they would likely use? Like, unless, I don't think he's an Adobe person, so like, unless he picks up Adobe Illustrator and knows how to edit this stuff, which should be very simple, but, you know, I don't see it happening, he would have to come to me or another designer every time. And I want to leave him with more than that. So I'm just trying to think what the best way would work. Because recently I've just been thinking more and more about how do I leave, people more empowered to like take what I have and then go do something with it, do something more with it, without being bogged down with a lot of tech-related stuff. So that's been kind of stuck on me lately. He also doesn't need all of these. Like, this is more so for my archival purposes. Matter of fact, I'll just keep these all here. I'll just put this out here. And finalized Legos are the assets he needs. Those are samples from the sea. I don't know if this is like finalized anything. Maybe this is. I'm just going to do this then. And at this point, and again, just thinking like, what is the best way? Do I have Microsoft Publishing? Let's see. Excuse me. Okay, so Microsoft Publisher by itself is something. Okay, well, for now, you know what? For now, I'll let that be. What I will say, good. Oh my gosh, finally these stimuluses are signed. I have to get those. While we're waiting for this to load up, I hope everyone's day, whoever watches this, I hope everyone's day was okay. I would love to know more about the work that you do. If you're a creative and fellow designer, what assets do you drop off for your clients? Do you just do the JPEGs and have a PDF so that way it's ready for print, or do you leave them with a work file so that they can go in and tinker however they want? I've seen both sides of it. I'm kind of open to the idea of like giving people the work files along with the finished product, just because you never know what other like small tweaks they want to do and this, that, and the other. And at this point, like once you hand it off, it's going to take on a life of its own. So why not just give them the empowerment to like, hey, here's what like, here's the files, have at it. Here's some general do's and don'ts, but ultimately it's their kid, so do whatever. Yeah, my name's attached, but it's still your child, so I don't know. I feel like once it's done, this complete severance of the work you just put in, um, I actually kind of find it cathartic and really helpful. And it I don't know, for me it kind of kills the ego a bit, because if they didn't need, like, had the client not need it, I would not have made it. So I'm gonna add on to this cheat sheet, or this style sheet, Lado, because Lado was another like typeface that was really helpful. And probably should actually look at what other typeface they have. Give me a second. I'm just curious. I hope these things go one at a time. Alright. Give me 1 second, y'all. I need to check up on something.
My head, my sleep, said you live in my kind of stuff. Waiting for down on my love, everywhere. Wish don't know what it is, but I'm in. What would you say to me after all this time? You would hold on, tell me I can't have a voice again.
Yeah, so that was not a good idea. My bad. I was hoping that those videos would play like back, like after each other, but that doesn't seem to be the case. So, give me a moment. I gotta do something confidential real quick, but enjoy this promo from Christine Nguyen.
I'm not happy, but I'm not sad. Flux of emotions, my head's spinning out. I'm kinda stuck down on my luck. Don't know what it is, but I'm in a funk. Staring at the wall, can't shake what I'm feeling at all. I don't wanna have to find ways to. I'm not happy, but I'm not sad. Flux of emotions, my head's spinning out. I'm kinda stuck down on my luck. Don't know what it is, but I'm in a funk. Staring at the wall, can't shake what I'm feeling at all. I don't wanna have to find ways to. I'm not happy, but I'm not sad. Flux of emotions, my head's spinning out. I'm kinda stuck down on my luck. Don't know what it is, but I'm in a funk. Staring at the wall, can't shake what I'm feeling at all. I don't wanna have to find ways to.
Okay, well, never mind. That doesn't seem to be a thing right now. I don't know why. I was having issues getting on Squarespace, but no need. I think it's Lato, so we're just gonna go with that for a moment. Oh, yeah, that's not what I want. Oh, no, that is worse. Okay. We'll let that go for now. Originally, I was thinking of doing like. Originally, I was thinking about doing the anatomy of the logo, but I think it's more constructive just to do the color combinations. So I'm gonna take these out real quick. Come on. There we go. Have to bring this out. Oh, I am so bugging. Yeah, disregard that. We're going to take. We're going to take this. Or better yet. Boom. Boom. I just do all my vector stuff on Figma and just make it easy. Like, Figma has been so delicious to me lately. Just very simple. Well, not simple to use, but pretty straightforward. Oh, shoot. Let's see. Let's do this instead. Yeah, there. You know what? I think this calls for instead this more simplified version. Theoretically. Of course you would do this. Excuse me. It's getting kind of late for me, but you know what? I'm going to finish this off, and I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to finish the style guide off, and then this will be the assets for I'll call it a night. Well, after I, after I, after I finish the design for Mixed Liberty, then I'm going to call it a night. So I'll probably give it about 30 minutes to an hour. Just waiting for this to export. So I love this Mac. This has actually been a pretty good computer. It's 11 years old now. I got it when it was only 3, and so the past 7 years have been really fun. By no means do I think it's on its last leg. I intend to still run this thing to the ground, but I'm definitely starting to see the age of the computer show. Definitely could treat it nicer. I should probably clean it out a bit and get some other things done, but it runs pretty well. So did my PC and now my Surface. There we go. Whew. Excuse me. Okay, so that's handled. So this is the Mixed Liberty series that I was talking about earlier in 2000, or in like December 2020. I was getting everything ready for the new year, and I wanted to start off the new year with something special. And so I wanted to talk about the American identity and and how to build inclusivity in the American identity using American icons or Americana like icons and images and symbols. And so the Mixed Liberty series came with these 3 pieces from, They Are Liberty, and Liberty is a Black Woman, and then America the Prototype. But I'm actually thinking of changing this to maybe a tribute to Emma Lazarus. Emma Lazarus was a Jewish poet who created the poem at the bottom called The New Colossus. And so I may redo that and make it a tribute to her in honor of her poem, The New Colossus, which later became part of the base of the Statue of Liberty's support system. So let's see. and this was her look. This is what she looked like. But yeah, she was a Jewish immigrant that came, was also an activist, but she came to the Americas. This was like when America was just now starting to like become more of a thing. And I think her and a few others were really trying to challenge America to think about what identity what kind of identity do they want to have. So I'm just looking at the color version of this for the first time, but even the black and white versions seem like phenomenal. So I may do something for her specifically. So let's go ahead and go with her. And before we go with her, I just want to type in. So again, the client I was just doing this work for is Jalo Training Academy. Again, they're an organization focused on maximizing the potential for people to achieve their personal goals through personal training, academic assistance, and mentoring. If you go to their website, jalotrainingacademy.com, you'll be able to find more and see some of the amazing work that they've been working on. And it has been a huge pleasure and privilege and treat to just work with them and to see especially the founder grow his vision and passion out. So I definitely say check them out, especially if you're into sports or academics. I would say, reach out to them and go say hello. Sweet group of people, amazing folks, great coaches, and again, it was truly a pleasure to work with them on their visual branding, and I pray the best for them. Now, on to Emma Lazarus, or also specifically the Mixed Liberty series. So I'm going to try to talk as much as I can through this one, because I think Facebook booted me out for reasons. So unfortunate. Okay, well, that's a thing. Is this it? I think this is it. Alright, in the meantime, I won't subject you to the same video per se, but I will let you take this quick video break. That's okay. I will let you take this quick video break.
I should have known better than I'd be in the clutch of your hands. Turns out you had every move planned. Now I'm sitting in myself, regretting every second with you that I trust. I can't believe that I let you in. Now
Alright, hope you enjoyed that. Alright, the file should be up and running right now. So, this is part of the series. So, for this time, I'm going to go ahead and start focusing on the go ahead and start focusing on the two images. One being a tribute again to Emma Lazarus, and then I'm actually going to do one of the women's suffrage for Women's Month. And I've been thinking about it. I'm kind of upset that I didn't think about it earlier, because it would be nice to have posted about it and talked about it on all the platforms from the start. And I think I'll start doing it now. Since we're almost halfway through the month, so I mean I can at least do that and just share more and talk more about it. This series, again, this series is part of a larger conversation about like incorporating other identities and people of different backgrounds into the American identity through American images and imagery. So let me just see what the color. Oh, excuse me. Sorry again. Let me just see what the colors are. Okay, purple, white, and gold. Okay. Oh, that's cool. Okay, so purple, white, and green were a thing. Okay, now what's the difference here? Alright, while gold was the only color used by all U.S. suffrage organizations, the white also became widely adopted once parades started. The purple, white, and gold combination was used only by National Women's Party in the United States. The organization described the meaning of these colors in a newsletter published on December 6, 1913. Purple is the color of loyalty, constancy to purpose, unswerving, steadfast to a cause. White, the emblem of purity, symbolizes the quality of our purpose, and gold, the color of light and life, is the torch that guides our purpose, pure and unswerving. Okay, so purple, white, and green. Let's see, these were the colors used by the Women's Social and Political Union in England. Okay, they adopted these colors in 1908. Purple represented royalty and the royal blood that flows in the veins of every suffragette. The instinct of freedom and dignity. White representing, again, purity. And green representing hope and the emblem of spring. Interesting. So it looks like, for the sake of American identity, I guess it would make sense. Oh, cool. Some stories states ratification of the 19th Amendment. Fantastic. City stars on a giant purple, white, and gold flag. Each time a state ratified the 19th Amendment, a new star would be sung on the flag. There was room on the women's national flag for 36 stars, symbolizing the number of state ratifications required for the amendment to become law. But does it say what color them stars were, though? Oh well, it's okay. I'll just my imagination. I like the gold idea. Okay. Then let's, first of all, let's go ahead and review. Review. Over here. Let's see. This is interesting. 1 second. Ooh. Really interesting. Jeez Louise, all these groups. Okay. Oh my god. What, why? That's wild. How about this? Do that. Yeah, because that's a whole lot of note. Okay. Okay, 6-pointed star. Oh, okay, that's a thing. Okay, great. Who cares? First of all, let's get rid of this 5-point star out the way. Okay, and then with this 6-point star, let's see what's going on here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. For the center. I'll do it. Sweet! Thank you, Lord. Good. First of all, do I want her to have this Susan bun? I don't know. Let's see. Oh yeah, I still need to do the guy version of it. That would be interesting. Ooh. I don't know. Let me double check. Let me see her image again. I may have to just make a whole new hair for her. Because she's definitely rocking the short hair. You know what? I'm gonna give her a little bit of a haircut. We're gonna take this, copy. Oops. Where is the star of David? There we go. Okay. Oh, that was nice. What's going on here? Let's see. According to her, I think she's rocking the brown, like the brown brunette kind of feel. So I think we're going to. So I think we're gonna go with the a darker brown. And no, she's still white, but I don't know if she's necessarily that light. Is she? Yeah, for what I'm seeing. I mean, if we did, it would be. Oh, okay. Okay, for now, we're just gonna leave it. How dark her hair was. We're gonna say her hair was this. I'm actually going to... Yeah. Like that better. And now for this one... Okay, for the women's suffrage movement... Can I copy this? Yes! Okay, we're gonna do this. So this is what... Okay. Okay. Let's see. Let's see if we can get away with some of this white. As much as I like that, I'm thinking this with that white. So as a color scheme, I think this works. Although to me, it looks a little more bluish than really white. So I don't know. I'm thinking I like this idea of like the fadedness of it, but I don't know. I think this might be a little much. The other one, well, the other one's more. It's more gold though. I didn't want it too white because then it almost feels unfinished. Oh. Tell you what. I'll make a post about this on Instagram. Let's see, bear with me, y'all. Let's see. Oh, come on. Are you serious right now? I think my phone is just... I think my phone is freezing up. Okay. Let's see. Alright, let's try it this way. Alright, let's see what happens. I mean, that looks nice. My only concern is that it feels a little unfinished, but we'll see. It could just be me, it's whatever. Let's see. And it may be just a very little thing that might not even be. Okay, let me put this here. No. Okay, I just posted it on my Instagram, but I'm just gonna go ahead and make a call. I reckon I could do a green as like an homage. Actually, well, that's what I just did. You know, we're gonna stick with this for now until I get some more, feedback. In the meantime, there's another thing I want to do. You think I was done? Absolutely not. What I'd like to do, though... Okay. You bet your tail, I'm going to do one of different colors. I still got to figure out what to do. So, like, on the store, first of all, for this new design, it's going to be free for this month and next month, and then I'll put it up for sale. But because I want people to have it. But what I want to figure out, again, talking about this whole spirit of inclusivity. When you go to my store on JTR Presents and look up Mixed Liberty, you can actually customize. And so I've been thinking about how would that go, like how could I go about that? What ways can whoever wants these graphics communicate to me that they would want these specific hairstyles. I was thinking about numbering them, which I may just do that anyway. It's like putting a number to them, kind of like this, but the oh yeah, like this right here. Matter of fact, this is probably what I'll end up doing. And just to make sure, okay, they are all the same hairstyles. So, geez, that's another thing. I'm probably gonna have to say, I'm gonna have to figure it out. Like, because I was thinking about like writing them out as the description. So, like the bun, the cut, the crown, the fro, or something like that. So that way when you go to the checkout, you can customize it however you want, and then that will tell me which one to use, and then I'll customize and make your own your own version, and then just send it out your way. Let's see. So I'm just gonna go ahead. Alright. So we already have the one with like the fairest of skin. So let's go ahead and go down the line. Oh shit. What is this? Go away. No, stop. Thanks. Boom, boom, and boom. We'll figure out the hair in a minute. Right now I'm just doing some generic. Wonder. Oh, come on, come on. Alright, whatever. We can be good. It's gonna be difficult. There. Damn. Whatever. I'm doing it this way. Done. Cut. Scroll down. And paste. Okay, gorgeous. Oh, shoot. That's not what I want. There we go. Oh, that can get really annoying. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, that works. Please. Please. Oh, shit. Okay, shoot, I mean. Oh, yep. There. So if you're gonna be blue, then that's red, and you know what? We're gonna go ahead and sneak in a little purple there. Or yeah, let's go. Ooh, I wonder what this silver would be like. Let's see where did I put you? Ah, there we go. So that's a tribute to Emma Lazarus. And now for these ladies. Okay, I don't want them all to have the bun. Okay, for now, I'll work that out. But first, I need this. Ooh, this is like the third song I'm into right now. Let me see. Okay, Brilliant and Nolfa Nightlight. I'm here for this song. Wait a minute, I do not want to play that. So, just trying to readjust myself real quick and making sure my back does not cuss me out. Whew. Okay. Alright, not too much left to do. Time to ring it in home. So, you know, I guess while I'm on here, I should probably kind of talk more about some things that have been on my mind lately about advocacy and being able to use my background and talents as a creative to like help communities. This has been something that's been on my mind for the past couple of years, and you know, just how can I, aside from joining marches and protests and donate whenever I do have money, and volunteer whenever I do have time, you know, towards not just social causes, but like communal efforts to support the rights and privileges of so many human beings. And I think I just think about this idea about, you know, we all have a voice. That we all have a voice, and that no one has a say whether you can speak or not. And I do like this idea about using. Okay, cool. This idea about using my background as an artist to help other people, or to support folks in the form of being an amplifier. Sorry, I'm starting to lose track of thought. So I've been thinking about this idea about, again, trying to elevate the voice of the unheard, or for people who are being heard to just kind of amplify that voice and what's on their mind and what issues are there. And it's getting a little easier. Let me go ahead and use this one. And also from what I shared with someone before about how I don't like being, not just being, I don't like being on the sidelines, but I also don't like when I see something that I'm not okay with, like I want to be able to do or say something about it, and show support wherever I can. And so, you know, I started thinking about this back in 2016 or it was either 2016 or 2017. The 45th president had recently won election, and I think literally the January of his inauguration, actually, there was a women's march that went worldwide, to my understanding. And I was actually out in Charlotte, and one of my coworkers invited me to march with them. And of course, I lost track of them when it started, because just tons of people, but it was such an experience. And just being there and hearing all these different sort of not battle cries, but these different expressions from, and how inclusive, like I started realizing with a lot of these social justice, civil rights, like marches and protests, they're very inclusive, because there was also like Black Lives Matter, there were Say Her Name or Me Too's, as far as like what was sort of chanted. And so there's like folks from all kinds of backgrounds sharing in and jumping in on these issues, and it meant a lot. It was kind of nice to see the support and to see the intersectionality of it all. It was just this reminder that, yeah, people are people and we're all human, we're more alike than we are different, but also just like the different problems people have. Their differences should be respected, but it's also relatable. And it just had me thinking, because like, as great as it was, I was also thinking like, okay, because there were cops out there, so I was also thinking like, okay, well, what happens if cops, get involved and this turns ugly? Like, what do I do? And that's what made me start thinking of other ways aside from, jumping into the streets with my signs. And again, I was right out of grad school. Like I finished SCAD like that very year in 2016. And so I was just trying to find a job and get stable as quick as possible because them student loans weren't waiting for me. And there was so much happening. Like I just got a part-time job at the Mint Museum at this time, and again, I just finished doing my very first production for JTR Presents, doing an event with Joshua Shot McFadden, who's like a social justice civil rights artist and photographer. So there was a lot I was going through at that time, and I was just thinking about, what ways can I get involved? And I remember hearing another friend who was at SCAD. He created this series called In Honor, which was hashtag In Honor, and it was and still is a body of work focused on celebrating the Black image, the Black body of people, and he does the artist Alex Irvin Johnson. He or Irvin Alex Johnson. I always mix up his name. I'm sorry, y'all. Let me just pull him up, actually. Okay, it is Irvin Alex Johnson. I'm hoping this is the artist. Yep, this is him. So this is part of the In Honor series. And so his argument, there's an interview, I have to go find it, but in the interview that he was in that talked about this body of work, he had mentioned about feeling guilty on not being able to, oh, that's cool, on not being able to join in on some of the marches, and that he wasn't sure, how he as an artist could contribute, so he made this body of work dedicated to African Americans, and so that was some fuel for me to like, okay, well, maybe I can, as a curator, create artwork that could voice these issues or talk about these issues, and maybe help out in any way possible. Let's see if this will work. Yeah, that's good enough. Yeah, that looks good enough. But yeah, going back to this. So amongst other things, I wanted to uh, do something for people as an advocate, just as several people have done things for me as advocates. And I did this exhibition in support of the transgender community called Transparency. It's an exhibition focused on using art as a platform to elevate the voices and stories and messages of the unheard. In this case, specifically the transgender community, along with the non-binary and intersex community as well. And so I did this exhibition in collaboration with so many amazing artists, and just blessed and fortunate to have that project came out the way it did, and still growing. Like, part 2 is coming up, and we're spending this year to really get all of our ducks in a row for part 2. And hopefully our final product will be in 2023 in March. But yeah, it's been a wild ride, and it's been really nice to see communities come together so far over this project. And I hope to do the same with future exhibitions. So, like with Home, American Identity, which I plan for this series to be a part of, I hope it does open up the conversation about how can communities, better support each other together. That's all I could personally hope for. And as far as this series, again, for Women's Month, and with just some personal experiences, being at women's marches, I did not want to sit there in the sidelines and do nothing. So I really hope that this is received as a token, not just of appreciation, but of true support and allyship in any way that I can towards women. And may this be former support and camaraderie. Just as I would want, or just as I would want the same sort of camaraderie for anyone who advocates for my identities. Okay, so this is 2 through 7. Let's try it. Mixed Liberty. Ooh, large assets? What did I do for here? Small assets. What are we talking about? Okay, those are probably the small assets. Let's see. 7. 2 through 7. Mixed Liberty series women's. And let me make sure I'm spelling my ish correctly. Suffrage. Suffrages. Yes, women's suffrages. Alrighty. And let's do this. Yeah, let's go ahead and do this as print because I may actually just print these out and ship them out to folk. Okay. Ooh, you know what? Let's see. So for the women's suffrages, are there mock-ups in here? Did I put any mock-ups? Ah, yes. Yes, I did. Here. This part's fun. So let me see if I can stick it to here. Okay, I promise this is like the last thing. We're at the last like 20 minutes. But yeah, so I'm gonna do some mock-ups real quick, and then this is content to post about for tomorrow. Really looking forward to it. And I'm kind of curious to see if you're a designer, you know, what kind of stuff are you into? What kind of stuff do you make? I'd love to see the kind of stuff people are doing, and if there's any like room for collaboration, or if anyone's interested in collaborating, I'd be open to that. Just message me, DM me, text me, whatever. But yeah, that's kind of been my biggest thought slate as far as design work anyway, is you know, different ways I could, you know, provide better services to clients, but also how can we better serve our community? How can art and design help with society in one form or another? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Just put it in the chat and or comment, or again, just DM me or message me separately or something. Enlarged, I like. Enlarged, I think the colors stand out a little bit more, but when I see it that small, it almost looks indistinguishable. It makes me kind of want to use this, which, yes and no. I think it just makes more sense to use this. Or not this. Yeah, it just makes more sense to use this. Okay. Oh, you know what? I didn't export her. Let me go ahead and export her. Okay. Let's see. Tribute to for now. Just section 2. Make sure. Okay, let me just go ahead and make sure, because that would have been embarrassing if that glitches and messes up. Okay. Here. No true patriot. Tribute to Emma. Okay, let's go for it. Yep, we're gonna replace her, make sure she's proportionate. Here. I'm gonna save that bad kid. Now we're gonna import you. Tribute to Emma Lazarus. strange. Really? What's going on? Ah. This thing's been a pain. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, fine. Since this thing's being difficult. Oh, well, if you're okay with that, then I'm okay. Okay, well, if it doesn't misbehave by doing that, then I'll go ahead and, go fix this one here. Yeah, that looks gorgeous. So I'm going to save those, and then I'm going to export that into a PDF. Let's see. Oh, okay. There is a number 2 already. So let's just do 3. And call that a day. Alright, well there you have it, folks. That was it. I will probably do some more fun stuff. I know I had a blast being able to like draw on like my own design and get back into some of the traditional painting and drawing. I will be doing a collaboration with other artists and designers and creatives where I will send them some iteration of these Americana icons for them to draw, paint, and do whatever on. If you're interested, please, you can always find me on Instagram at jordant.robinson, or just find any of the labels of my company, JTR Presents, and just slip me a DM or an email or just call. I'll try to make myself very available. But yeah, if you'd like to get involved, just let me know. Again, this is part of a project called Home, the American Identity, and it is a body of work that is challenging, you know, what is American, what makes American, and how can we as communities better help each other and better live together. Again, and this is also an effort about representing American identity in an inclusive way that represents many, if not all. Again, thank you so very much for those who watched at any portion of this stream, and I hope to see you again. Take care. I'm going to close it out with a final video from Christine Nguyen.